This week on Kayak Bassin, Chad Hoover heads back to his hometown of Jonesville, Louisiana, where only a short distance away you can find some of the best hunting and fishing in the nation at the spectacular Honey Break Lodge.
All right, guys, so here we are. We're down at the water's edge, got rigged up. Mr. Paul and the guide are already out on the water. They're already on fish. We're switching gears from bass fishing. We're gonna get on what they call down here sockeye, white perch locally. Most people know them as crappie or crappie, depending on what part of the country you're from. So let's go catch some fish.
Well, looky here.
Well, guys, how's the fishing?
Who finally showed up? You must have had to paddle that thing all the way down. Did you have to do a lot of portaging?
No, no portaging here. A lot of bait down there in that 12 to 14 and a half foot range.
You got it? Yeah. Look at what a crappie. Oh, he's running. That's what we're out here after. He is barely on there, but barely is all it takes. He's barely in the live well now. Oh, Irene, you would hate me right now if you were sitting here. Oh, it's every bit of 2.5 pounds. Man, we're catching some good sized crappie here.
It's nice when it's like this.
I'll tell you what.
Here we go.
Oh, look at him. Channel cat?
You could tell by the way I hooked him, so it had to be something other than a...
This is a spider rigging, is what they call it, and you got anywhere from 4 to 6 poles out. Right now, I can do 4 poles, but I can extend it to 8. The type of fishing I have, some people just use jigs, and they'll tie on 3 or 4 jigs like this right here. And but on mine, I did these. I have 4 jig heads. The top 3 have skirts, and the bottom one I put a shiner on. It seems to work pretty good most of the time. And that way, if I run out of shiners, I just put my skirt back on and I'm still fishing.
There he is. There you go. Now we talking. Oh yeah. Look at this slab right here coming in. Come on, big boy. Over in the boat you go. Now folks, that's what we're out here fishing for. White perch, crappie, sockeye. Yes! Well, we're gonna, of course, have some fun catching these crappie this morning, but this afternoon, I think we'll load up the kayaks and head out to Shad Lake and do a little shallow water up in the holes bass fishing. Places where only a kayak would venture. There we go. Another one. Let me try to get him out of this. There we go, you're off. You're off. Now, there's another double right there.
And fish off.
Oh man, he looked pretty good too.
That crappie must have been from New Jersey. He stole that shiner like it wasn't nothing.
Stay tuned for more action as Chad and Paul take their kayaks to a backwood lake on the hunt for big bass.
All right, here we are, day 2 of our honey break experience. Today we got out right at daylight, real cool night, so there's a lot of fog in the air. The goal this morning is to get a big fish in one of these little secret bayous that you can only get back to by using a kayak. I'm joined today by fellow Louisiana native, fellow Wilderness Systems Pro staffer, and a good friend of mine, Adam Harbuck. He showed up last night. We got a nice fog in the air. It's nice and cool, gentle breeze. Secret lake in the middle of nowhere down at the end of a bayou. My hands are shaking, I'm so excited. Let's go see what we can do. just had a monster follow the spinnerbait right to the boat, and as I was lifting it out of the water, turned and boiled off, looked back down, and she swam back around. Just couldn't get her to eat it. Oh my goodness. Big bowfin too. I'm gonna back off on the drag. This sucker is gonna be no fun to land. Oh my God, that was awesome.
KGF, kayak griddle fishing.
These things are like dinosaurs. Oh, this is one of the biggest ones Adam I have ever seen. God.
Yeah, I would say.
Dude, that's a mudfish. God. And I have left a lip gripper in the boat.
I got one.
Do you?
Yep.
Bring her on over.
I'm getting it.
God. Holy cow.
Look at the head on that thing.
This is why you always carry your lip gripper and your parking pole, both of which I always do, but I left in the boat today. Wow. Look at this dude.
That's a boat.
I'll tell you what, I know this is kayak bass fishing, but that thing hit like a freight train. And that, if you're from Louisiana, it's a grendel or a mudfish. Most of the world knows it as a bowfin. That is a pig bowfin. That's the biggest bowfin I've ever held.
I've never caught one that big.
God. He's going back. And there he goes.
Tell me you got that on tape. Chad, I'm gonna need my lip gripper.
You got a grendel?
Never mind, I got him.
Hold on. Oh.
Chad saw the look on my face.
When I saw you do that leg lift, flip it into the boat thing, I thought to myself, that's a brave dude right there.
Well, there's some nasty dental work right there. I've been bass fishing since, since I was about 11 or 12. I had my own paddle craft. Of course, before the days of kayaks, in Louisiana, we just fished out of pirogues. Had a pirogue when I was 14, and I've loved fishing out of small craft ever since. This is heaven to me, bobbing around in small watersheds, you know, face to face with the fish. Just love it. I'm a wildy pro, fish out of wildy boats, whether it be the Commander, which is my personal favorite, to fish the tarpons in salt water.
It's only fitting that I got a gar. We got grendel. Might as well get gar. All we need to do is catch a catfish now, and we'll have the trash can slam.
The Ride is an excellent all-around boat, but I think for the way that I personally like to fish, which is ponds and smaller watersheds, and I fish a lot standing up. There's no better kayak on the market for me than a Commander.
Oh. You know what, I fish a lot of hard to reach places and a lot of isolated small bodies of water. But I also fish a lot of really big bodies of water with very limited access. And one of the keys to covering a lot of water and finding and getting to fish that nobody else can get to is my Torqeedo 403 ultralight kayak motor. The beautiful thing about it is that it can extend my range, and I can shorten my learning curve for learning large bodies of water to find that spot within the spot that's going to produce fish almost every time. Look, I don't take it on every outing, but I take it on the outings when I'm trying to learn the water find the fish and increase my odds for success every time that I go out. The Torqeedo 403 ultralight kayak motor is something every kayak angler who's serious about catching fish should take a look at. All right, so here we are for the next part of the honey break experience, catching a wild hog. We got the four-wheelers loaded up, got a couple of bay dogs, got a catch dog with a Kevlar jacket on so that that big hog don't cut him up when he runs in there to grab him by the ear. We're gonna catch some hogs live, load them up in the horse trailer, and get them off the property. So, next part of the honey break experience, wild hog hunting, Jonesville, Louisiana. I can't wait.
Whiskey is a boiling, yeah, times are getting told.
With the real low shrubs that are very thick, those hogs kind of almost create tunnels down below it, and they're very hard to catch or kill without the use of dogs. So you start off with a few dogs that are known as your bay dogs, and those dogs go out there and they pick up the scent trail. And after they pick up the scent and they find the hog, generally that hog will bolt and run. A good set of bay dogs works like a team, and much like a cowboy corralling up a errant calf or a bull or something like that, what these bay dogs do is they basically position themselves around the hog to make it stand. And once it stands, and you hear these bay dogs yelping back and forth and they're not moving and they're set up in a location, you get as close as you can, go the rest of the way on foot with basically a bulldog that has a Kevlar vest on to protect him from the sharp tusks that the hogs have. And he goes in there, and what he does is he either grabs that big old hog by the snout or grabs it by the base of the ear and holds it so that the hunters can run in and grab the hog by the back legs, pick it up off the ground, throw it kind of like you throw a calf in a rodeo, throw it to the ground, hold it down, crisscross the legs, tie them together, and that's where you get the term hog tied from.
What happened was we had dogs, had them bayed up here, and we cut the hog dog, the catch dog, loose. But before he could get in there and catch the hog, they took off running again, so the dogs are still on them. They're trying to get them to stop running, bay them up again. Let the dogs catch it.
So we jumped out of the UTVs, ran through the brush. Hammer ran in, grabbed that hog by the ear, held onto him. Russell was the first one to him, grabbed him. Mr. Paul was right behind him. There was 3 or 4 hunters in there, and on that hog, had him throwed and on the ground, and was wrapping piggin string around his ankles before he knew what happened. And that's the idea. You want to get in there quick. You want to minimize the opportunity for that hog to potentially hurt one of the dogs or hurt one of the hunters. When that catch dog grabs hold, get a hold of those back feet, throw him on the ground, get him tied up as fast as you can. So that's how a Louisiana organized hog hunt works. And I'll tell you what, that's the basic parameters, but there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into it. There's a lot of adrenaline, there's a lot of chase, and there's a whole bunch of heart pounding, pumping, running through the brush when you don't know what's right on the other side. So if you've ever wondered what they mean when they say hog-tied, that's hog-tied.
With a full day of fishing and hunting behind them, the guys head back to Honey Break Lodge, one of the finest hunting and fishing lodges in the country.
Honey Break is a beautiful recreation lodge. It's a resort recreation lodge located on Larteau Lake. It's part of the Louisiana Delta Plantation, located 20 miles south of Jonesville, Louisiana.
Honey Break. The Honey Break Lodge is by far the most well put together organization, the best cuisine around, the most accommodating staff, and some of the best accommodations in the world. And the amenities is where it starts. But you could not sell this place if you didn't have what we're doing right now.
Whether it's fishing on public waters, fishing on private waters, chasing hogs, you name it. Honey Break it's the Honey Break experience. It's something that truly has to be experienced to be understood and believed. I love it here.
If you like to shoot birds, if you want to kill a gator, if you want to catch crappie, if you want to catch bass, if you want to see some really cool birding opportunities in some backwoods areas, you have to check out the Honey Break Lodge and come down for the Honey Break experience of your own.
With an action-packed day of hog hunting behind them, Chad, Paul, and Adam get an early start, load up the kayaks on the pontoon boat, and make their way back to the remote Shad Lake, hoping to find some big, unsuspecting bass.
In my place where I am found, I'm still amazed that you're not around. I know that it's a blessing to be a man who can't pay attention to.
You know, Louisiana is known as a sportsman's paradise, and it truly is. It comes by that reputation. Honestly, it's abundant water throughout the state. Makes it a unique place for anyone looking for fishing opportunities. The fishing is just spectacular in Louisiana, and we're fortunate here in central Louisiana to have the abundant river systems. Whether you like to saltwater fish or hit that marginal area of brackish water, and you can catch redfish, speckled trout, and bass, you know, usually within just a few miles of each other. Then if you really want to get big and go offshore, you've got an abundant amount of redfish, red snapper, or amberjack, or cobia, tuna, and wahoo, and just no telling, you know. In saltwater, you never know what you're going to get.
I've got no time to make you believe me. Set in the sun for someone to leave me. I've got so much time to take it easy now that I'm on my own.
Well, guys, that right there is what they affectionately refer to in central Louisiana as a white perch. The rest of the world knows it as a crappie or a crappie. They are referred to here as crappie or sac-a-lait.
Speaking of, show up right on time there, baby.
I will tell you this though, you won't get to see any underwater release footage of crappie on this episode because these fish will be released, but they will be released into some cornmeal and then shortly thereafter be released into some hot grease, and then shortly thereafter be released into the mouths of some college students from LSU who are coming down for a fish fry.
Oh, there he is. Oh. I don't know what it is, but grinnell. Big old grinnell. No, it's not. It's a catfish. Come here, you big sucker. Not a bad little channel cat on a spinnerbait right here in Larteau Lake, actually Shad Lake. Not a bad one, huh?
So we got some bass, we got some crappie, we got some pickerel, we got some grinnell. Now we got some catfish. That's and right, some gar. We have pretty much caught a smorgasbord out here. But I tell you what, we got to get on the road and we got a little bit of a paddle to get out of here. So yep. I got a date with a redfish and a speckled trout down south. Man, I tell you what, this is awesome. Great day in the morning. Hey, whether you come to Honey Break or whether you come to fish a lot of the great public water. In fact, where we're at right now is public water.
Anybody can
Come
fish
down to Louisiana. It's absolutely a sportsman's paradise. So let's get out of here, go drive around, look at this great lake on our way back,
Let's do it.
eat some lunch, and then we'll get on the road.
All right, I'm
yeah, we
ready.
do.
Let's go.
You know what? Whether you're new to kayak fishing or you're looking to give kayak fishing a try, visit Hook One at kayakfishinggear.com for the latest in kayak fishing accessories, kayaks, and you know what? If you don't see something that you like, give us a call and we'll make sure we add it. Wow, nice fish.